You found Two in the Closet. We're two friends over 50 spill the tea, share the laughs, and talk about all the weird and wonderful and WTF moments of life. I'm Jen.
And I'm Beth, recording from a very real closet because it's the only place we sound this good. And because life's just better with great acoustics and a little secrecy. So shut the door, pour the wine, let's talk.
Welcome, everyone. We are going to talk about the struggle of emotional eating. I know a lot of people have an issue. I have this issue. I think this will benefit most of us, just so you're not alone. Thinking about why we eat our feelings. I think a lot it has to do with our childhood.
Mm-hmm.
How we were brought up in regards to food. Were meals organized, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner? What was it like at your house? Did you have organized meals?
Absolutely. Yes.
Like being at,
My mom was a stay at home mom for
okay,
most of until I was in like 10th grade.
okay, okay.
So she breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
That's very organized.
I think we had a snack.
Okay. One snack. Did you grab
My
a
entire childhood, one snack.
one snack? Did you grab a
I
pro?
still remember it. No,
Do you?
no.
Or did you grab a protein bar on the run, out the door, or eat dinner? Was dinner at 7, 5? I know some people ate at 4:30 on the dot, had to be in the house. Were you allowed sweets at any time you wanted? Growing up, we had tons of chocolate in the house. People used to come to my house to eat. Like there
Not
was
meals, but chocolate.
exactly
Yeah.
a lot of chocolate, a lot of cookies. I remember a
Mhm.
lot of Oreos, Coca-Cola, just a lot of tons of stuff in the house.
Mhm.
Looking back, that probably shaped a lot of how I relate to food today.
I completely hear you. Snacks were everywhere for me too. My mom had a serious sweet tooth though, and she had sweets tucked away everywhere.
Like in different drawers and stuff.
Yeah, there was always like little wrapped chocolate here or something. There was just enough to get
Right.
you to the next location, right? And anytime she was bored or frustrated, grabbing something to eat was just a habit. It's what she did. And that's probably why I lean on my favorite friend, chocolate, during emotional moments now. So I get it.
Full disclosure, sometimes I hide chocolate in my she cave, which you know what that
I
is,
know.
in the garage. Don't judge. It's a very safe place. It has all my little
As long as
chocolates.
your chocolate doesn't melt in there because
Right.
it
It
gets
does
me
not
creative.
melt.
Okay.
It doesn't.
And girl, I think you already know this, but I have Hershey's Kisses hidden away in case of emergency because if it's going down, I should have some chocolate. But they're
Exactly.
basically my emotional support animal at this point. I think it's the best bite-sized chocolate, unless you're going to go into hazelnut and all that stuff. And then,
Right.
no, can't do
Side note, I just can't have one. That's why
it. Yeah,
that is dangerous.
yeah.
But this is why we're talking about this today. Emotional eating, it's not about being hungry, it's about comfort, stress, boredom, celebration, all those feelings that somehow end up in the pantry.
And we know we're not alone. So if you've ever found yourself halfway through a pint of ice cream and thought, wait, how did I even get here? This episode is for you.
Before we dive into our personal stories, let's talk numbers. Okay. Emotional eating isn't just a personal struggle, it's something many people experience. Studies show about 20% of adults report eating in response to emotions often or very often. Among women, it's even more common. One study found that around 62% of women report emotional eating behaviors. I'm not surprised.
I'm not either. I'm
No,
not at all.
not at all. Another study showed that about 45% of women eat in response to feelings rather than hunger.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Hmm.
Most of the time, I'm not even hungry.
Right. Right.
These numbers show that emotional eating is a shared experience, especially for women.
And that really puts it into perspective because it's so common, yet so many of us feel ashamed or alone when it happens, when we do it, right?
Exactly. Emotional eating is when we eat in response to our feelings rather than actual hunger. It can be stress, sadness, boredom, loneliness, or even celebration. Basically, any emotion that you have triggers us to reach for food for that comfort,
Hmm.
whether it's joy, happiness, sad. The key is that it's about soothing emotions, not fueling our body,
Right.
which I struggle with every day. That's why I wanted to do this topic because I think a lot of people feel alone, and I think
Hmm.
this is an issue for a lot of people.
And let's be honest, that key is about soothing emotions, not fueling your body. If you've ever binged on any kind of sugar or salty snack, did that give you a burst of energy? No, it probably made you tired. You probably had a crash. Whereas you can eat, a healthy meal and feel energized by it. So if you're in any way doubting that it doesn't do your body good, think about how you feel afterwards. I have emotionally binged and got to like the end of whatever, let's say it's a package of cookies, like get almost to the end and feel so sick to my
Mhm.
stomach, but like I'll just get them out of here. Like I'm just going to eat them and then
Then you'll
be
just eat them
done.
all.
Yeah, then I won't have to see them anymore. But even though I am starting to feel
The fact,
the
the
awful effects
effects.
of it, I just a couple more cookies and then we can be done with this little episode.
Exactly. It's always, I'm just going to finish these and then I'm done. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, never
No,
again.
you're not done.
Yeah,
And it's always again.
yeah, yeah.
It's just, I think, moderation. But when you're in your feels,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you just grab it.
Yeah.
So I found a quote that really spoke to me. We don't eat because we're hungry. We eat because our hearts are full or empty.
And I can relate to that 100%.
How could you relate to that?
I am a happy eater. So when I'm depressed, I don't eat. When I'm stressed, I I don't really eat. I don't overeat. But when I'm happy,
You eat.
I celebrate with food. But that goes back to cakes and cookies and celebration and, when you're a kid, imprint,
Right.
right? So
I eat when I'm sad, depressed, and when I celebrate
so all the time,
all the time.
all the feels.
Exactly. So that's where I struggle.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to find that
Right.
balance. And for a little humor, because we all need it, especially now these days, here's
Mhm.
one that I love. I have a condition that prevents me from dieting. It's called I like food.
That is a terminal
Yes, yes.
illness.
And for me, it's not just stress, it can be any emotion, really. Sad,
Clearly.
happy, bored, overwhelmed. It doesn't matter. My first
You
instinct,
have to get up.
I know, yeah,
I
I have
gotta
to
eat.
take a shower. So anything, my first instinct is to put food in my mouth because it feels comforting.
Mhm.
Even though I might feel sick because I had 20, 30 cookies,
Yeah.
but really it's not. It's just a quick fix. It's
Mhm.
like all the diets. It's a quick fix, and then you go back
Yeah.
to your old
Yeah.
ways, right?
Uh-huh.
And someone once told me something that really made sense. We think we need the whole thing, like a big slice of cake. But sometimes just one bite is enough. Like you mentioned that you like the sugar, the
Birthday
choc.
kisses.
That's like
I like
one.
but I like the whole
Okay,
bag.
so, but like we only really need one or
I
two.
know. The truth is one can be incredibly satisfying.
But I think we want more,
Right.
but we're still getting the same amount,
Right.
right? We still get the taste and that moment of comfort without going overboard,
Yeah. And I
right?
know I know the chemical things that happen in your body. I don't know that you can OD on what is it, serotonin? What is
Yes,
it? Is
serotonin.
serotonin
Yeah,
happy? So like I can't eat I don't think that level is gonna go any higher than a certain level at some
right.
point. So whether it's one chocolate or a bag or two bags, like my serotonin can only go so high,
Right, right,
right?
exactly. But do
So
you
how much happier can I get?
right. But do you feel for you, could you have one piece of chocolate and then put it away and then that's it?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. So it's not just me.
No. So I I can't do that. And so we'll talk about what I do in a minute, but I know myself and I know that I will do just like what I said a minute ago. I'll just, well, let me just eat the last two and then it'll be done. And it's like, there let's just use the Oreo cookie, right? So there's like two sleeves of Oreos, right? And I take three out. That's my dessert,
Mhm.
right? And then I'm watching TV and a commercial comes on and I go in to get something to drink. I'm like, well, just maybe one more. Well, we may as well take three.
It's like you have a conversation in your mind.
Yeah. And then pretty soon there's chocolate crumb all over
Right.
me and I'm in a sugar
Frenzy.
induced state. Get up and I go to get something to drink again. I'm like, well, I may as well just bring the bag to the couch.
Yeah. It's
This is real talk.
exactly. It's about, but it is about small choices and not being perfect, but even taking one bite and
Yeah.
then waiting a little bit.
Right.
That's
Right.
kind of a good thing too.
But it's like one cookie, and honest to God, the best way I can relate to this is you, Girl Scout Thin Mints.
Oh,
You know what you do.
oh
You
my.
know. So suddenly, after, oh, just like the Oreo thing, I take two or three, and they're so thin. And if you put them in the freezer, they crunch and they're just so delectable, right? And before I know it, I'm suddenly staring at an empty box, wondering how I got here. So I
I know.
love the idea of one bite, and I need to remember that every time I open a snack. Um, but what
It's
happened?
um it's very hard. I will admit something to you
I
right
feel
now.
like this is true eating
It
confessions.
is. I have had the whole box of Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, I'm sure I have.
The whole box in one sitting and didn't get sick. That's a lot.
I don't know if I should applaud that or not. Like
Well,
maybe if you got sick, you'd never want them again.
I don't know.
I had a Whopper in 1987 and I got food poisoning.
Oh my
And
God.
I can't even barely say the word Whopper. I
See,
never had another one.
since you said that, I will never have a Whopper.
You're welcome. I also threw up after eating a box of Oreos. Oh, that was my leg going.
Wow.
That I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm trying to get you off of your Oreo kick.
Yes, yes. Um,
Trying to reverse psychology you.
Thank you. I need it. So, food is supposed to feel good, right? Not
Mhm.
like when you eat something. For me, if I eat something and know like I shouldn't, or not that I shouldn't, we're not supposed to judge food,
Mhm.
but if I kind of overgo the line, go over the line, I just, I feel like crap.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
feel good
yeah,
anymore.
that's what I'm saying. Like I could start to feel the effects of eating all those cookies and still have cookies left and still eat them so I can get them out of my house. Could also throw them away.
Yeah, but you don't
Well,
want to
why would you
waste
do
food.
that? Why would you do that?
Right. I live next to a
Perfectly good cookie.
7-Eleven.
Oh, that's awful.
It's
That
it's bad, guys.
that's not good. You
It
do.
it's not
You
good
do. Oh my God.
because 7-Eleven is so good.
Well, okay.
But that's,
But
you know,
we are supposed to enjoy food, right? I personally tend to emotionally eat. I am stressed sometimes when I do it or bored. Like I'm not depressed, I'm bored, nothing to do.
right.
So
They might
I
as well eat.
eat. Right. If I'm, and this is something that I don't think very many people may think about, but when I'm underhydrated, when I'm dehydrated,
Mm.
and then again, like I said, even more so when I'm happy, like that's when you go out and you have the great meals and do that, right? When I want ice cream, though, I learned this a long, long time ago. My first thought is, how much water have you had today? Because I learned that craving ice cream is a sign of dehydration.
Did not know that.
Yeah. So I always, because I'm somewhat lactose intolerant, so for me to even crave ice cream, like why would I want something that's going to give me a stomach ache? Go back to that bag of cookies again.
Right.
I keep circling back. But why would I crave something that I know is not going to make me feel good, right? So it has to be something other than I want ice cream.
Right.
And
Your body is
when
needing
I
something.
learned the, oh, it's really dehydration, I'm like, oh. So um when I drink a glass of water, I find that that craving starts to subside. Not always, but a lot of times that's
That's
yeah.
what your body needed.
Yeah.
That's why they say drink, like they say when you wake up in
I'm
the
drinking
morning,
water now.
yeah, have a glass of water, um, because it really is filling,
Well,
right?
it wakes up your insides.
Right.
It lets it know to
Right.
start moving stuff.
Yeah. So this is the hardest part. Emotional eating is such a big challenge because there are so many stressors in life, and we want to feel good immediately.
Mhm.
We want to feel good. We don't want to feel being uncomfortable. I know for me, that's the truth for me. It's so easy to just hit the drive-through. Yes, it is.
I'm
Eat
Jen and I know every drive through.
exactly. Eat cake or chips or whatever you're into, and then you end up feeling full, maybe sick, and emotionally unsettled.
Mhm.
It's like a circle effect.
Mhm.
I've tried every trick in the book. I do have some control when I'm actively practicing a method. For me, if I'm on, a certain eating plan or a diet, I'll follow it, but then it kind of trickles and then I'll go back to my
Mhm.
old ways. So it's still something I'm dealing with today. But the problem is, as soon as I step away from it, I go back to square one.
Exactly.
That's why you have to fix the problem.
Yeah.
That's where I struggle, and that's where the challenge lies for
Yeah.
me.
I think we live, well, I know we live in an instant gratification world. And that spills over into wanting to feel better fast. So that's why, oh, put the chocolate in my mouth and make me feel better, even
Right.
though it doesn't.
Right.
Doesn't, like you said, it doesn't solve the problem. And since you and I were specifically raised with treats as reward or solace,
Mhm.
right? That imprinted on us. You got
100%.
to be aware of it, right?
Exactly. Food is tied to comfort, reward, and distraction so much that we often don't even notice when we're doing it.
Exactly. I've noticed that more times than I can care to admit. And then there's the advertising. Okay.
Mm.
I cannot tell you how many times I've seen an ad and immediately started craving whatever they were pushing. And like, how do they do that? How
Mhm.
did that subliminal just like be a worm in my brain? And let's say I'm craving Hershey's chocolate.
Mhm.
No, let's say I'm the truffles, the yummy chocolate hazelnut
Oh
truffles.
God.
I can't remember what they're called. Lindor. And I go to the store because I gotta have that chocolate hazelnut, and they don't have them, but they have some off-brand of chocolate hazelnut, or they have just a really delicious chocolate bar. That's a better example. They have a really great chocolate bar that I actually love. I'm gonna buy that chocolate bar to try to satisfy that craving for the chocolate hazelnut Lindors, and it's not gonna work for me.
Mm.
This is me because I know I've done that before.
Interesting.
I'm not gonna have the craving satisfied until I eat the exact thing that's in my head. So, advertising. Oh my god.
I know.
I don't know how they do it. It's another ring of hell.
Well, they make it look so good
I know,
and like, hey,
but they put it in your head, and that for me, they
I
put it
know.
in my head, and I can't get it out
I
until
know.
I
It's like you can't
eat the
unsee.
thing.
It's
Yeah.
like you can't unsee it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that saying. And another thing I noticed growing up, dessert was a big deal in our family. Birthday cake, cupcakes, treats. My mom, every holiday, there was a Halloween cookie, a Valentine box of chocolates, huge birthday cakes,
Mhm.
seize candy, get free
Oh, yeah.
samples. I was often rewarded with food and it
Mhm.
became a way to celebrate or feel comfortable. So
Mhm.
so even as adults, our brains chase that little bit of control and reward, that
Mhm.
food when emotions hit us.
Yeah. And by watching my mom snack when she was stressed definitely taught me to do the same. Again, that goes back to the being imprinted, right? We learned this so early. But yeah.
Exactly. And it's not about weakness or lack of willpower. It's just coping pattern we learned over time when
Yeah.
we were kids. So let's hear some listeners who shared their own
Mhm.
experiences with emotional eating. You'll see that this is something so many of us relate to.
Yeah. So one listener eats ice cream straight from the carton after a rough day, sometimes standing in the kitchen. This listener, again, may or may not be me because
Is it you?
it's not me. I'm not the one who wrote in, but I will say I have done that.
I have too. I used
Mhm.
to do it a lot.
Yeah.
Another listener shared that loneliness triggers
Mhm.
snacking. Even small things like chips or cookies feel like company in the moment. There's been times where I have felt lonely and a little down. I will grab a bag of chips or chocolate and I will get a sense of a little feeling
A
somewhat
little
comfort.
serotonin.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
I think it's
amazing.
serotonin.
I think it is too.
Yeah. I bet there's another one, but I can't think of it. Celebrations can definitely be a trigger. One listener enjoys the occasion, but sometimes overeats because food is part of the ritual. I know that. Like when I was a kid, we would go to these family potlucks back
Mhm.
east, and oh my God, it
Right.
was like a room full of food. And it's like going to an all you can eat buffet, and it's for them, Southern family, literally a ritual, right? To have all the stuff. But celebrations, like I said, for me, that's when I want to go out and have the three-course meal with the dessert,
Right.
to celebrate.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with it, having dessert. I think it's just if you have it every day.
Right. Moderation.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. So
Right.
Netflix plus snacks ritual.
Mm-hmm.
One listener the Netflix plus snacks ritual. One listener automatically reaches for popcorn every time they watch a show, regardless of hunger.
I did this with Scandal, popcorn, and red wine, Olivia Pope style. See? Normal. So normal,
So
right?
normal. We all do it.
Yeah, these rituals happen to so many of us, and it's okay. Recognizing the pattern is the first step. So that ingrained in me, that Olivia Pope wine and popcorn,
Hmm.
it was like for a while after Scandal, whenever I had popcorn, I wanted a glass of
Yeah,
wine.
it goes together.
Yeah, and it's delicious together. Anyway,
I liked my go-to when I would watch movies is snow caps,
oh God, I don't like those.
snow
I know you
caps,
love those.
and wine.
Yeah, like licorice.
Licorice. Listen, I'm not picky. I will eat any of
No,
it.
I know. My
So,
favorite is red vines, popcorn with real butter, and junior mints in it.
mm,
So some
like a
of it
combo.
melts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
like
it
that.
melts.
I
So
love that. Oh my goodness. Let's have popcorn. Now
let's
that
go to the
I
movie.
know, right? That made me want to go to the movies.
Yeah,
So now so we've talked about why it happens. Let's talk about what we can do without shame. Step one, pause, check in. Very important. Stop, ask yourself, am I really hungry or I'm feeling something else? Half the time it's the feeling.
right. Step two, find alternatives. Walk, journal, text a friend, listen to music, drink some water, anything comforting that isn't food. Just be with it for a minute.
Beth, do you find any tools helpful that if you want to grab something that you might not, it's not the best choice in that
Yeah.
moment?
I'm going to say this 3 times: awareness, awareness, awareness. If you're okay with your emotional eating, keep going. But if you want to heal it, you got to start with acknowledging it. And that's why the pause is really important. It's not a judgment pause. It's a, oh, I see. I see that I'm craving this. Am I really hungry? Or is there
What am I
something else
tasting?
going on? And being comfortable and aware so that that answer can come to you. So drink a glass of water, and as you do, ask, am I really hungry or am I choking down some emotion with this chocolate? Right. And then listen for the answer before you grab the snack. You may still grab the snack, but you are going to be more aware of
Right.
why you're doing it. And that can lead to further steps to heal it. And water, for sure, water, water, and keep healthier snacks in the house to lower temptation. So for me, I would, I, I should, and most times I do, if I'm craving something chocolate, I'll buy a candy bar, not a bag of candy, because the candy bar is one and done.
Right.
The Hershey bag could be one and done, but it's like
Every day.
10,000
Right.
times
Right.
more.
Right. You keep going back and forth for more. If you have one bar,
Yeah,
it's
it's
one and
gone.
done.
Yeah.
Right.
So if I do indulge, it's one bar, not the whole box or not the whole bag,
Right.
right? And
Right.
I think that has really helped me personally because it's, especially if you're walking down an aisle and something's on sale and you do that impulse buy for it. Like, you don't need all of that. We goes back to just one bite could be enough. Here's another thing. Um, Dark chocolate versus milk chocolate. I love milk chocolate. I love it. 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 And I don't necessarily love dark chocolate. But
I didn't know that.
if I keep a dark chocolate bar in my house and I crave chocolate, I am not going to eat that whole chocolate bar because it does not taste good enough to want to do that. For me, that's my fix.
Right.
But that one little square of it, that's enough to satiate that craving. And actually, dark chocolate is better for you.
Right.
So it has
Right.
a little bit of health benefit. And I know I'm not going to binge on it. So that's kind of like a guardrail I have. If I don't buy the whole package of something, just a candy bar, and even better if that candy bar is dark chocolate because it's gonna go,
Longer.
it's gonna satiate a lot more cravings over a lot more days than just the one time.
Yeah,
So I'm not gonna eat it all.
I think that's a great idea. They have at Trader Joe's. They have, I don't know if you've seen it, a box of like these small individual chocolate. I think they have milk chocolate and dark chocolate,
Hmm.
and those are great too.
Yeah.
Um,
But again, if it's a whole box,
right.
it's not a candy bar.
You're
I'm
right.
talking about
One and done.
a candy bar. Yeah.
And if you do eat, that's okay too. Awareness gives you a choice, and choices give you freedom. That's
And another trick, keep the comfort, but just change the tool. So I love ceremonial ritual kind
hmm
of
hmm
things. Like, I was talking to a friend about coffee and the different ways, you have a French press, you can have an espresso, kind of a pour over.
right.
And I'm like, I'm not that much of a coffee drinker anymore, but I like the ritual of it.
I do
And
too.
and the like a pour over is so beautiful and it just looks elegant. I love a French press. I love the coffee that comes from it, but I really love
The
the ritual,
presentation.
right? So that's what I mean by change the tool. Um, a warm bath, sparkling water in a fun glass. I do that at night. I make my magnesium in Topo Chico sparkling mineral water,
Love
and
it.
it's a lovely little pinkish lavender color, and it's got a little foam on it, and it looks like a cocktail. It's like my mocktail that puts me to sleep and helps my
I love
muscles.
that. I love that.
But that's a ritual for me that I look forward to every night that does have some sweetness to it also. It's not an awful, it tastes good. It tastes very crisp and refreshing. So that's a little ritual for me. But a fancy tea, a warm bath, who doesn't love the ritual of taking care of themselves in a warm bath, right? You still get a treat,
Right.
but no guilt.
Exactly.
And let's be real, we're not going to get it right every time. That's
No.
okay. Sometimes the chocolate wins, and sometimes you do.
Yep. I tell myself the Oreos, one today. Tomorrow I'll make a different choice. No shame, just moving on.
And laughing at ourselves. Come on, we're all human. Food is meant to be enjoyed, and we are all going to trip and fall one way or the other.
Thinking back, and I could laugh a little, this has been a lifelong pattern. Kids learning from parents, treats as comfort, snacks for boredom. Now we just try to be mindful without guilt.
Exactly. I even do this with my cats. I give them treats to placate them even when I know they aren't hungry, just to get them off of me or to stop wailing. So my learned behavior,
Right.
I'm passing it down to my cats. And awareness helps,
Still healthy.
but it's good to remember that we are carrying learned habits, not flaws. And if you work on the root, not the symptom, you can see that your habits will definitely change.
So if you ever feel guilty about eating your feelings, please hear this. You are not broken. You are human. Emotional eating is just a coping tool, not a flaw.
And there's no perfect rule. Small bites, awareness, and a little self compassion and a little water go a long way.
Okay. Key takeaways: emotional eating, eating in response to feelings, all feelings.
Mhm.
Many adults, especially women, experience emotional eating. Pause and check in. Like we said before, am I really hungry or I'm feeling something else? Find non food comforting. Walk, journal, talk to a friend, fancy tea. Small choice, one mindful bite could easily be satisfied instead of a big bite. Learn habits. Emotional eating is often coping patterns learned from childhood. And humor helps. Laughing at ourselves makes it much easier to cope and reduces the guilt.
We hope this has been helpful.
Yes,
It's been helpful for me.
me too. I've learned some tools
Yeah.
and I'm going to use them.
And you're going to go drink some water. I'm really harping on the water thing right
You
now.
are. I
I
think
must be thirsty.
I must be thirsty
Okay.
too. So we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
I'm Beth,
I'm Jennifer.
and we're out.
Peace.
Thanks for hanging out with us in the closet. I'm Beth,
And I'm Jen.
and this has been Two in the Closet, your place for laughs, real talk, and maybe a little oversharing. Make sure to follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you like what you heard, leave us a review. It helps more women find the closet.
Until next time, keep the door closed and the conversations going.